So our families go way back. You know, I've known you your whole life. You've not since you were a baby, and I know a lot of your friends in your running group were, I think, right under my son Campbell, because all of his buddies, their younger brothers, or some of your best friends, all went to Neville. But Catherine and I actually were with you and your family in Colorado right after you were born. I don't know if you've ever seen this picture, but these are pictures of my two children, Kate and Campbell, who you know. I don't know if you can see that. Have you ever seen those pictures? So Kate, who's kind of petite, is holding you, and Campbell's behind you.
This funny.
And coincidentally, and he's actually, I don't think he's intending to, but look at his fingers. He's throwing up the LSU sign. Not purposely, but that's just the way it looked. And I've talked to my folks too. I'd like to recreate that, like literally get you to sit in Kate's lap and then have Campbell behind you. He's almost as tall as you, not quite. But and I know your mom grew up next door to my wife, you know, on Bramble Drive in Monroe, and I think and my wife's little sister and your mom are they've like
been known each other for a long time.
Yeah. And Brian, now tell me a little bit about your dad. First of all, he's big like you. How tall is Brian?
He's 6'5", and
6'5".
He doesn't.
Did he play ball?
Yeah, he played at Texas A&M Commerce, just a small school in like East Texas. So he played there, and then he played at Kilgore too. But he moved to Neville his freshman year from Winsboro. So he lived in a little farm town, and then moved here till he could play football.
Gotcha. And is he a big outdoorsman like you?
Yeah.
Is that where you get it from?
I mean, he's a farmer, so he's out there all day.
Yeah.
So.
But what about hunting? I know he's a big hunter. Are you a hunter?
He goes anytime he can. So.
Whenever
I can go, I can. Now I'm kind of busy most of the season. So
yeah, true.
Really, all I can do is kind of like the back half of the season. So.
But I understand you frog hunt too. Tell me about your recent. We talked about it, but I'm sure everybody would like to hear about that.
So,
and who all was with you?
I took Emery Jones, who's my roommate and one of my best buddies, frog hunting with us. You know, only thing he's ever done is bass fish.
Right.
So this was his first time hunting, and we're riding in the truck on the way there, and I didn't tell him this because I wanted to make sure he would come. But riding,
he didn't even know he was going frog hunting.
No, he knew we were going frog hunting, but he didn't know that there were going to be snakes and alligators and all that type of stuff, swimming around. And
right.
I told him that on the way. He's like, I ain't going. And so finally he got out there, and he wouldn't even hold the bag that the frog, he was holding it out like this. He was terrified of them. And I'm like, Emery, they have no teeth. They can't bite. They're not going to do nothing. And then eventually he grabbed one, but it was the fastest grab and drop it as he could before losing it. So
how many did y'all catch?
We caught 97.
Well, he caught more than one. Did he finally warm up?
He probably caught about 15 of them. So he did better than I thought he was going to do.
Did y'all see any snakes or alligators?
Oh, yeah, they were everywhere. He wouldn't, if there was one around and within 50 yards, he wasn't touching that frog.
Yeah. So if you brought many of your teammates up to Monroe or Northeast Louisiana?
Well, I bought Emery and then Walker Howard, who's my former teammate. He's been up here, and really that's the only people that I have brought, just because I don't really get to come up here that often, so it's not like I can just bring people.
Didn't you bring Emery last year too?
Yeah, we went.
And I think your mom made a big batch of cookies for y'all.
Yeah, not my grandmother.
To take back to Baton Rouge to last a few days, right?
Well, he ate them all.
Before y'all left Monroe.
He ate them all before we left Monroe, and then asked my grandmother, Miss Campbell, would you mind making me a few more so I could take some back to Baton Rouge? And, she made him some, and he ate those the whole way home and probably for a day or two.